What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Runespell, entitled Order of Vengeance. This is released on Iron Bonehead Productions. Now, if you're not too familiar with this project, it's based out of Australia, and the best way to describe the sound of this project would be a very atmospheric, traditional, medieval themed style of black metal. Yeah. Runespell is a one-person project formed by a guy by the name of Nightwolf. Nightwolf is someone who has a very distinctive and notable footing within the Australian metal underground. You may know him best for his work with the bands Blood Stronghold and another notable band called Eternum, which features Asgore of Drowning the Light. His body of work with those particular projects are definitely something to appreciate and love. This is another project of his, and of course, I believe in 2017 he put out a demo entitled Aeons of Ancient Blood, which was a very good way to get the ball rolling and get Runespell introduced to the masses. And then later on in the year, we got the debut full-length from Runespell, which I believe served as the breakout point for this project with Unhallowed Blood Oath. That album ruled so much. I loved everything about it. I love the album cover. I love the music. I love the minimalist nature of it. I loved how everything blended in together and sounded so wonderfully. I really loved that album, and I saw a lot of praise for it, and I believe that praise is well deserved. And now, fast forward to now, a year later, we have the follow-up album from Runespell entitled Order of Vengeance. It's the second full-length from Runespell. It's 7 tracks, and it clocks in at around 47 minutes in length, and pretty much this picks up right where Unhallowed Blood Oath left off. And pretty much, I feel that you're going to get more of the same here with Order of Vengeance, but I really had a ball listening to this record. There's just a lot of great stuff to just sink in the minute you listening to, excuse me, the minute you listen to this album. I mean, this album starts off with the song Retribution in Iron, which is easily the longest track on here at around almost 10 minutes in length, but you get all of the assets, the aspects and assets of what Runespell is all about in that song. Like I said, Nightwolf does everything. He plays everything. He does everything. And I love how natural everything sounds here. Every bit of instrumentation that you hear throughout this album sounds very solid. And I love the way everything is played out here. Really good guitar riffs going on here. Very smooth sounding, very well thought out. You get that little bit of an atmospheric tension going on in certain moments. Once again, going to songs like the opening track Retribution in Iron, and then later on throughout the album with songs like Claws of Fate, Wolf Axis, just some seriously killer tracks going on here. I love the musicianship and efforts going on here. I love, like I mentioned earlier, this has a little bit of a more minimalist sort of nature going on here, but I appreciate what's going on here when it comes to the music, when it comes to the guitar riffs, when it comes to the bass work, when it comes to the drumming. The drumming is very solid too. I love, like I said, I feel that every instrument that's being played on here has a very deep and natural sort of sound going for it, and I really love this drum work. Great black metal style drumming going on here. The bass work is very good too, very audible throughout this entire album. The vocal work on here is something that makes Runespell very distinctive too. Very throaty, growly sort of vocals, very in an almost narrative spoken sort of way. That's one thing I loved about the first Runespell record, is that sort of vocal style. And here on Order of Vengeance, you get that sort of vocal delivery here again, but I think it's really solid stuff. Very well worded, very well spoken. Definitely keeps up the overall themes of this record. I think it's really fantastic stuff to listen to. So overall, Runespell put out a very, very solid black metal album here with Order of Vengeance. I don't know if I like this one more than I did Unhallowed Blood Oath, but I think this is yet another really top-notch record from a person who knows exactly what he's doing and puts out a very creative, atmospheric, and really top-notch black metal album. So if you were a fan of the first Runespell record, if you're into the demo, you're probably going to enjoy Order of Vengeance a lot too. So if I had to think of any personal favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Retribution and Iron, Claws of Fate, Wolf Axis. The closing track is very killer too. Pray for Redemption, Redemption for Pray. Pray and Pray spelled differently. But yeah, killer black metal from Australia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you a link in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Iron Bonehead Productions Bandcamp, where you can listen to this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it by digitally, and it is available as a CD and 12-inch vinyl. Many ways for you to get a hold of this album. So again, the album is Order of Vengeance by Runespell. This is released on Iron Bonehead Productions. Go check this one out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very strong 8.5 out of 10. Very awesome medieval black metal from Australia. So if you happen to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it, how you feel about it, and how you think it compares to the previous releases. Or any of you guys into Runespell, definitely let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, RBO out.